senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Good to have you, Judge. Let's focus in on what may happen next. So there's this statute. So they have a clock up against them, if you will. Reports are saying there's been a 2-month investigation. There may not be sufficient evidence. Prosecutors earlier this week, apparently, according to some reports, put their findings in that probable cause does not exist. But in another memo that's being circulated from some of these media reports is that Lindsay Halligan may go to try and get this indictment from a grand jury. Where do you see this going?
I think she's going to try and get the indictment. It wouldn't surprise me if the grand jury turns her down. And we're seeing reports, as you and I speak, that the Attorney General herself is prepared to recommend to the president that there's not enough evidence here with which to indict and therefore not enough to convict. But let me tell you what they say he said. So before the Congress, under oath, Senator Graham, Lindsey Graham, said to him, "Are you familiar with a referral from the Congress to the FBI about Hillary Clinton and Russiagate?" The referral is a single piece of paper. He answered by saying, "That fails to ring a bell." Well, is that lying under oath? Second question, did you authorize Andrew McCabe to leak information about this investigation to the press? Answer, no. McCabe told them that Comey did authorize him to leak it. An inspector general of the DOJ interrogated both of them and said, Comey's telling the truth. McCabe is the one who's lying. So when the DOJ has all this evidence and they can only indict when they think they can get a conviction, is it any wonder that they're hesitant to bring this before a grand jury?
Outside of lying to Congress, Judge Knapp, in our final 20 seconds or so, are there other potential charges, though, now with what we're learning about Russia collusion, obstruction of justice or other things that he has exposure to?
Many, many others, but all protected by the statute of limitations because they all occurred in 2015, 16, and 17, and the statute of limitations is 5 years. This is a shame because his behavior, it was criminal, but the government moved too late.
Well, it was a different administration for many years, too, so we got to count that in as part of the time that was lapsing there. Judge Knapp, good to have you with us. Of course, we await to see what happens in this. Not over yet. Appreciate you.
Of course.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.